Both my cat and my dog heartily approved of these headsets. Hey there, real gamers and gatekeepers. Retro Rob here, and it's time for another budget headset review. Yup, we're going to be taking a look at another sub $50 pair of gaming headphones. This time it's the EKSA E900, and we're going to start as we always do with the front of the box. E900 stereo headset, red. Okay, yeah, it just came in a cardboard box, and honestly, I've already opened it. But inside, and again, hey, one thing I recommend you do is read the description, because you want to make sure that you get the stuff I get, right? So make sure you read the description. But in my kit, I did get a headphone stand, and I'll assemble that for you. I got this actually pretty decent bag. It's fairly thick. It's, you know, it's plastic, all right, but it actually feels pretty decent, much better than many of the Faco velvet bags that I get. And then I got a bag full of doodads, including the mic and an adapter. Some of these I hear come with a USB adapter, but mine doesn't appear to have, which I thought it would, but that doesn't matter because I actually do have some devices with regular headphone outputs, so we'll see how that works out. First, let's assemble this stand. Base. Middle piece, for lack of a better name. And then, of course, I have the stand top, which is rubberized. Nice. Now, let's put some headsets on there. Headphones, not headsets. Yeah, well, it's a headset. It's got a mic. Headset. And there we go. All right. There's the adapter. So it's not USB. At least this one that I got is not USB. Although I've seen USB models of this. We do have a microphone on and off switch. Let's go take a look at the headphones a little bit closer. All right. I like when these arms are metal. That's kind of a big thing to me. I have had a problem historically with headphones breaking at this point. So when I see metal, I like it. Ear cups, they're plenty thick. They're marked right and left so you don't put them on wrong. Yeah, I do that. They're a little, the cups themselves feel pretty solid, but the material here feels a little bit thin to me. Looking at the top, hold on. All right, looking at the top, the headband has a bit of padding on it. It's not an amazing amount, believe it or not, for how thick it looks, because it's very, I don't know what the word is for this. Spongy, I guess is the word. The top feels okay. It's not super thick, but it feels all right. Looking down at the cabling, this is very interesting looking. This is made out of, yeah, it's plasticky. So, you know, obviously there's going to be metal in here, but I thought this might be fabric, but it doesn't. Yeah, it's plastic. Also, while we got it all zoomed in, taking a look at the cable, does feel plenty thick. It's got decent give. It doesn't feel like super thick. I actually like the feel of the cable. It feels pretty decent quality. The cable's 7 feet long, which is pretty decent. The microphone plugs into this port right here. It does, if you look, it's got a little tab to tell you which way for it to go. I don't know why that is, but it does. And then, of course, you can bend it like this. Also comes with this little filter, which is kind of difficult to get on because of the shape. But it does get on there. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put them on. Right, left, good. And they feel very light. However, it does sound like they do block out quite a bit of sound, because I'm having a hard time hearing my own voice, which that's actually a good sign. you know, unless you like to hear stuff, you know, when you're playing. But this does sound actually pretty muffled, so it does do some pretty decent sound isolation. This, quite useful. I like that. You know, don't reinvent the wheel. That's what this proves. This works pretty well. Here it is from the side. I can't see myself, so I don't know how far to the side it is, but you know, they look okay. They don't look embarrassing or anything, which I do think a lot of inexpensive gaming headsets tend to try to go over the top. These look just nice and basic, you know? I wouldn't be embarrassed wearing them. All right, let's go try these out for a little bit, and then I will get back to you on how they sound.
Thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, or I will go Skynet on your butt.
Well, hey there, folks. I just finished listening to some of my favorite holiday hits, and I thought I'd run through my thoughts on the sound quality of this with you. All right, so my first song was Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter, and it sounded really good. One of the things I really liked about it was the separation between the right and left track sounded really good. I realized somebody's gonna just say, well, that's stereo. But you know, you don't always get a really good separation between those two. Sometimes it just kind of feels blurred together. That separation was really good on this, especially on that track. Mid-range was really good, and the high range was really good on this too. There's not an amazing amount of bass in that particular track, and it sounded good pretty much throughout. I really liked the sound. It had good, clear sound during that. The next one is That You, Santa Claus, and I do the Buster Poindexter version. If you've ever heard that one, it's freaking classic, and the video is great. That one, it started getting kind of muddy in the bass. It's really good at mid-range, and it seems to be pretty good at high range, but I'll say that particular recording, it wasn't super great in the bass. Now, there is some things. A lot of 80s recordings, the bass really doesn't sound that great in them no matter what you do with them, so it may have had something to do with it. I did think they sounded better on my dedicated gaming headset though, or my other dedicated gaming headset though. Next thing, Run DMC, Christmas in Hollis. Yeah, the bass was okay. Again, it never sounds bad, but the bass does kind of leave you wanting, and it does kind of get fuzzy there. And then finally I did the Ramones, Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight, and that sounded pretty darn good. I liked it. It wasn't remarkable sound, but it wasn't bad either. I pretty much enjoyed it. I'm gonna try a couple of games real quick and see how they sound. All right, so I've been playing Dirt 4, and I gotta say, this actually does sound pretty darn great playing this game. The bass is pretty clear, the motor sounds great on these, and the music, well, it's Dirt 4's soundtrack, but it still does sound pretty clear, and it sounds pretty nice. So I actually have no complaints while playing games with this, at least in this limited test. All right, folks, this is it. This is the microphone test. I have not heard it yet, so I don't know what it sounds like. You tell me. Does it sound good? I don't know. Anyway, I did switch from the kitchen into here because the acoustics in my kitchen are horrendous. It's echolicious out there, I guess is the word. But anyway, this is what it sounds like, so you can judge for yourself. All right. Well, I'm going to actually go listen to this, and then I'm going to let you know what I think of these.
Warning, radiation at unsafe levels.
Alright, so final thoughts on the EKSA or EKSA or EKSA or whatever the heck you want to call it, E900 headsets. Alright, number one, I want to point out that these sell for well under $40. So keep that in mind when I'm talking about them. I found the general construction actually is pretty good. I like the metal. I'm kind of surprised at how light they are, but I gotta say when I was playing games, that felt pretty good because I'm used to having some heavier headphones, and you know, having a lighter really isn't that bad. The plastics used on the ear cups, kind of cheap feeling, but do a really good job at isolating sound from outside. In fact, I'm having not a hard time hearing myself, but I sound very muffled. So if I'm talking funny, that's why. But it does a pretty good job of removing the sound that might be around you. So that's really good. I found the audio quality for music wasn't real amazing. It was okay, you know, but it really did do pretty good on video games. Not only did I test it out on my Mac, but I also tested it out on my Xbox One. On my Xbox One, I could really not tell the difference between these sound-wise and my Turtle Beach headset. Also, I tested out the mic with people playing, and they really didn't notice a difference either. They didn't say it like was amazing or anything, but they also didn't say it sounded like crap like some of my knockoff headsets. These aren't knockoffs, but you know what I mean, inexpensive headsets. So, you know, all in all, I'd say for the price, they're pretty good. If you're thinking about getting a Turtle Beach and you want to save some money, this might be a good way to go if you're, you know, okay with the brand name. All right, I want to thank you guys very much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.